Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex. Today the pre-Black Friday sales, they continue to roll out and Target are here with their buy two get one free on physical releases. Now there's no question some risk with this one, and jump in now or wait to see if they go lower come Black Friday. But today I'll take you through 10, let's call it mini reviews from 181 included games on sale. So with that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and let's get started. While it won't help you out with this physical sale, then if you are heading to the eShop, consider using cornershop.gg. You will receive 10% off at checkout using a code CORNER. Those then they are instant delivery via email. Then with this sale, if you purchased 3 games of equal value, that would be a 33% saving on each. I want to show you what we've seen historically as well, so look to the top left of the screen for the previous low on physical versions. That way you can start to make an idea of, is this saving worth it? If you're outside the US, then it's not the most beneficial video, honestly, but there are games that I may not have covered on the channel, so it could at least help you with a wish list of sorts. No More Heroes for free then to kick us off. This one is a gem of a release, and while I do see its issues, mainly frame rate and a lackluster open world at points, I still had a blast. For those that haven't played this entry, it's a throwback to the original, meaning it's boss fights with moments in between that have you raising entry funds in an open world. Think here, smaller battles or even chores to complete. The combat though is incredible, the alien invasion story, a perfect extension for this world as it's always been out there, and I think Travis touched on our lead, one of the very best I've seen. Great to see this world and cast though back in action, and you can find my review in the pinned comment down below. Mario and Rabbids are sparks of hope then, and I'm currently playing this one myself. I'm curious on this one, it's such a new release, it means it's a decent element of this sale. But that said, the first entry was notorious for constant bargain bin discounts, so can we expect this one to drop as quickly? I do feel like it's generated a lot of buzz this one though, and hopefully it's put up the numbers to see another entry someday in the future. The gameplay, adventure, turn-based strategy, and these characters, the crossover, it works surprisingly well. A story, it's a galactic adventure to defeat an entity that threatens our companions, those are the Spark. Good stuff, I'm hoping to have it wrapped up myself here soon. No Man's Sky then is also on offer on this, an unbelievably well done port that I picked up day one with the intention of covering, but yet I'm still trying to get around to it. Not a huge way into the experience, maybe 10 hours at this point, but it runs good, it looks decent, and yeah, honestly, just No Man's Sky on the go, that is a pretty major achievement. The idea though can be summed up as get to the center of this universe, explore and uncover new planets, and expect a hell of a journey ahead of you. Right now it is a missing multiplayer unfortunately for this build, but hopefully that's something we see soon in the future. Then gameplay wise, it's got elements of combat, exploration, resource gathering and flight of course. You can then push the frame rate here should you want to if you go all out on construction, but yeah, I just don't think that's a surprise on any platform considering what scale we have here. Space fans though, it's an absolute must buy. Digimon Survive then was a surprise hit for me. I'll be transparent as well, expect frame rate issues in battle. I've not picked it up since the launch window, but at least then it was rough for sure. But what really won me over with this, it was the narrative, which I did not expect. And yeah, there's a whole lot of it here. Basically, this game is mostly visual novel for me with a dash of tactical RPG scattered throughout. For all its problems though, that narrative carried me throughout. I don't think they did a great job of advertising it, if anything, you know what to expect from it. So I think that left people disappointed, understandably so. But yeah, I'd come here to survive a new world and watch the ending change as you make your decisions. It's definitely not for everyone though, as I say, and I'd say watch a few full reviews before you do jump in. Persona 5 Royal then is not only a masterpiece of a game, but this is an exceptional port. They just didn't disappoint here. The work is some of the very best out there, and as JRPGs go, I do believe this is one of the best we've seen in a long time. The Royal in the name, it's essentially expanded upon the original build of the game with new content and tweaks, but there is more than enough here to warrant a second playthrough should you have picked that up back in the day. If you do decide to face this one, then you can expect well over 100 hours of gameplay. I actually did a performance review of this one on the channel, find that in the pinned comment down below. But the Phantom Thieves, they're essentially tackling evil, and what a journey it is. You're essentially infiltrating what are palaces, taking multiple characters down. These palaces, think a reflection of how they view themselves and those around them, and definitely for the most part it's like extreme evil. Genius game though, and an absolute must play. Triangular Strategy then is up there as well, and it's up there on my favourite games of 2022. A tactical RPG, we essentially command an army through a time of war, and it's using the stunning HD 2D graphical style which has been popularised over the last few years. Essentially though, story-wise, peace has been disturbed, a land that was once at war is basically here, but now it's potentially at least on the brink of another, destructive event. Now you need to correct things before they go too far. The multi-layered battle system and maps are stunning though, the 20 characters adds a huge amount of strategy, the music's fantastic, and the decision process convincing allies, it just adds weight. Also, it's a huge amount of game as well packed in here. It's another one where you could easily walk away with over 100 hours of gameplay. The last 4 games, and I wanted to focus on some cheaper options outside of the AAA price point, and first up, a White Day, a Labyrinth named School. It's a recent horror release. I reviewed this here on the channel, find that in the pinned comment, but it was a cult classic on the Wii if I remember right, and now it's getting some re-release love. Overall as well, I will say at this point I was really impressed. The idea is simple, although you get trapped in this school, it's first person, there's all sorts of evil, and now you need to survive. It can be a little over-reliant on the same scares, which means they lose their impact. Same actually goes for a couple of janitors that pursue you, but overall, as I said, still had a lot of fun, and I'm not the best with horror games myself either, so I wouldn't consider it the, scariest of experiences. Hotline Miami Collection then is a masterpiece. The first will always be my favourite, but this bundles both together, and I think it's a steal of a price with or without the buy 2 get 1 free offer that it is here. The story is a unique one which for sure demands you take your own meaning, but it's definitely surreal, and think the action hyper-violent top down with a whole lot of one-hit kills. Not an easy game, but it instantly loads you back in, so you'll be trying over and over again, and yeah, it's just addictive in that sense. Throw in then a stunning soundtrack, and yeah, it's a winner of a game, and it's kind of typical of Devolver Digital quality. They just so often bring the very best to the Switch, and this is absolutely a highlight of just that. Shredder's Revenge then is also included, and as beat-em-ups go, one of the best in recent memory alongside Streets of Rage 4 and River City Girls. It's a throwback, to 90s styled action, and this was my youth right here, and it did not disappoint as you battle through this world. It had some online connection issues at launch, but these as well, they've since been resolved. My favourite way to play though, local or online co-op, but most impressively online, it supports up to 8 players, and things there just get absolutely manic. This studio, they just output such high quality while respecting the source material, and that is evident here from the soundtrack through to the pixel art. You can check out my full review in the pinned comment down below. Our final game, Eastward, I like this one a lot because the price point, it's actually already lower than many places to begin with, where the average seems to be right around $35. I actually featured this on the recent eShop video as well, which I'll link down below because it's on sale all month for $15. The gameplay though, think an action RPG of sorts, almost old school Zelda. It's got a great narrative though, unique cast of characters to uncover, stunning pixel work, just the world overall I really liked. And yeah, I ordered the physical myself already about a month ago, and now this deal, it makes me wish I had waited. And that's the 10 I really like, but do head to Target and check out the huge list of games on offer right now. I believe, as I said at the beginning, it's 181 games. A few other notable entries though: Dying Light, Demon Slayer, Capcom Fighting Collection, the Cowabunga Collection, Temtem, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and yeah, the list, it just goes on and on. Is this deal though one worthy of your cash, or are you still standing strong and awaiting the full Black Friday deals to drop? Let me know in the comments down below. Then, to give you an idea of what's to come, no interruption to Refuse digital deals, but I'll also be covering Best Buy, Target and GameStop once their deals are live on their website, so do watch out for those later in the month, maybe hit that notification bell just so you know when those videos do go live. With that then, like, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.